What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? SureFire finally put a pistol light out with respectable candela numbers, and the best part is they did not change the external dimension. So if you have an older SureFire Ultra like I do, I have several of them, all of your holsters, whether it be Safariland or Custom Kydex, is still going to work, and you get the advantage of the higher candela numbers. Thank you, SureFire. I'm excited about this review. I've been waiting for this light for a long time. We're going to talk about the features, the testing, the pros and the cons as quickly as I can, because the features of this light are very, very similar to the older SureFire Ultra lights. The big difference is going to be the beam. So we're going to spend more time talking about a beam comparison with these lights and other brands. I'm going to try to do the features as quickly as I can. Before we get into the lights, we do have a sponsor of this video. And again, I'll try to be quick, but no promises. It's Paragon Weapon Light Cleaning. And I've gone through about 5 bottles of this stuff because it really works well. This relationship with Paragon is great. They sent me the product. I'm skeptical. I tried it, been using it for years. And now they're sponsoring videos, which is awesome. So I've tried every single gimmick, trick, homebrew remedy out there to clean the end of a weapon light. You shoot a weapon light long enough, especially if it sticks out past the end of the muzzle, and they get really gross, really caked on, and that can be very hard to clean. I've used gun cleaning products, simple green, erasers, tape, Vaseline, you named it, I use it all, and all I'm going to say is this stuff works significantly better than any of those things to get a weapon light clean. Now they also have this optic lens cleaner. To be honest, I have not used this. I don't know if it works well, but they have that as well. You don't appreciate this product until you use it. And Paragon was nice enough to send me an extra one of their products, so I'm going to give it away because the more people who use this, I think you are going to love this product. So from the day I release this video, I'm going to give you 1 week to enter the giveaway. Very, very simple. All you have to do is go down in this comment, in this video, and drop a comment. Any comment you want. I love you, I hate you, SureFire is great, SureFire sucks, Olight is the best. Whatever you want, drop a comment down there. In a week, I'll pick the winner, and then I'll contact the winner and also post it on Instagram and Facebook so you know I'm not full of ish and I actually picked a winner. And yeah, you have 1 week from the day I release this video. So if you're watching this a year from now, does not count. But the product works great. Try it, and I don't think you will be disappointed. All right, let's talk about lumens and candela first, because that's probably one of the more important features when it comes to weapon light. The new Turbo has 650 lumens, and it has 66,000 candela, and I will explain both of those in just a minute. The Ultra has much higher lumens. It's 1,000 lumens, and it's 11,000 candela. And the best part is SureFire is still going to be selling both of these models. So if you're Team Candela or Team Lumens, it's okay. They're still going to have one for you. Lumens is how much light comes out of the end of the light. Candela is how that light is focused. The higher the candela numbers, the tighter the beam. Tighter the beam, the further it throws out. That's a very rough and dirty explanation of lumens compared to candela. So the Ultra with the low candela numbers is more of a wall of light, doesn't shine as far. The new Turbo, much higher candela numbers, much tighter beam. When we were testing this, 100 plus yards, and you could still see, if you have good enough eyes, you could still see and make out what's going on down there and see targets at a good 100 yards away. So that's that. Now, I gotta do a little bit of a rant, because candela is not just how far you can shine the light. I hear people all the time, I don't need to shine my pistol light 100, 150 yards. I get it, you're not shooting a pistol 100, 150 yards, but you might need to identify something that far away. Friend, foe, animal, whatever. Candela also is going to go through smoke and fog better. If you're shooting and you may have a little bit of fog or smoke or something, it's going to go through there. More realistic though, if someone's shining a light at you and you're shining your light back, the higher the candela number, the tighter the beam, you're going to be more likely to fight through and break through that light and blind that person. I think that is probably a more realistic thing than smoke or fog. Even though that's possible, someone shining a light at you is definitely a lot more likely. Also, the higher candela number is a little bit better to blind someone in general. Like if you take your gun out and you may need a second to make sure they're a threat, to see if that person stopped when you took your gun out, you shine any light sucks. A very high candela light in someone's face, you're going to be more likely to control them, even if it's just for a second or two, to give you that second to figure out what's going on. Anyway, SureFire sells both. We're not going to get into an argument on which one's more important. When we get to the beam comparison, you will see exactly what I mean. and my rant is over. All right, the body size is exactly the same. The head size is exactly the same. It's gonna work in your current holster. Hallelujah. One thing that is different is the reflector is significantly different. The Turbo has a much deeper reflector, and that's one of the way they get the much better candela numbers. The batteries are the same, CR123 batteries. The battery hatch, whatever door cover, whatever you want to call it, is exactly the same. And I have broken a few of those battery doors. Oh well. It's still available in black and FDE, so you can choose your favorite color. They still have the A and the B model. The B model is this one here with the screw on the side. This is the one I prefer. It locks up on all guns very solid. The A is a quick detach model. You pull down these levers. It's a little easier to take on and off, but it's not quite as tight on all guns, and I've never had it fall off, but I'm always worried, so I prefer the B model perfectly. But again, you can get whichever one you prefer. Now, the thing I like the most about the X300 lights is going to be the controls, and that's why this is on my home defense pistol, and it's also on the, you know, shit hit the fan, go to the range, end of the world, night training gun, my X5 Legion. I also have X300 on there. The Turbo will be on that gun once this review is over. So the controls are very, very simple. They're consistent, and whether I'm out using my right hand or my left hand or my hand's occupied, I only have one hand, it doesn't matter. The controls work exactly the same, and that's why I like them. A quick press in, and that light turns on. You press either side, and that's momentary only. You press up or you press down, and that light is constant. Simple, easy as that, and that is why I love these controls. Putting the light on and off is very simple. You back the screw out, you put it on the rail, you tighten it down, simple as that. They do have two different bars in here for different types of rails. Whatever bar comes on there, I think it's the Glock, excuse me, I leave it on there, and I have never had any issues, problems, and it just kind of sits there. All right, beam comparison time. This is the most important part of the video. We're gonna go out in my yard, and well, I already went out in my yard, I already went to the range, and we tested the Ultra, the Turbo, the TLR1 HL, and the Enforce Wild 2. I do not recommend that Enforce Wild 2, but we're going to compare them all. I don't have a mod light. A couple months after I reviewed the mod light, it broke and left a very bad taste in my mouth, so I don't own one of them. So I can't show you, even though the beam on that one is fantastic. I don't have one to show you, but let's go take a look, and you will be pleasantly surprised how tight the beam is on this X300 Turbo. Turbo in the backyard. I don't know if you can tell, but the hotspot goes all the way from here, all the way over there. Great hotspot. Ultra, wow, what a difference. It's a wall. The yard's lit up, but it's just a giant wall. TLR1, wow, what a different color. It's closer to the Ultra than it is the Turbo. It's just a giant wall. It's very bright though. Very, very bright, but it's just a wall. Finally, the light I do not recommend, the Enforce Wild 2. Again, very different color temperature. I don't know if that's coming through on camera. But no, it's a solid beam. It's a good beam. It's right up there with the TLR1.
X300 Turbo, 25 yards. I'm gonna go to 50 yards now. And 100 yards.
What did you think of the beam comparison? It's always very, very interesting to me. I would love to hear your comment down in the video description. For the money, the TLR1HL has a pretty darn good beam. The Ultra is not bad close up, but the distance you get out of the Turbo is pretty impressive. Even though these lights are fairly durable, I still did a full test that I do on all lights and all optics. No different there. So the first thing I do is going to be a runtime test. The battery is supposed to last an hour and a half, and it did last just about an hour and a half. Next, we did a waterproof test that rated 1 meter 30 minutes. I didn't drop it in 1 meter of water, but I dropped it in a little bit of water for a little bit, and I did not have any problems. I also do a drop test on all lights and pistol optics. We dropped it 5 times on the cement, and didn't break, didn't cause any issues, problems at all. Now, as far as shooting, I shot at least 1,000 rounds. I've had this for a while. I've shot it a ton. I've shot it on long guns, like I was reviewing an MP5. I shot it on that. As far as pistols, I put it on my SureFire. I put it on a Canic. I put it on an HK. I put it on a bunch of different pistols. As I was reviewing and testing things, I just slapped it on there and let it stay for the ride. So at least 1,000 rounds during daytime shooting. As far as nighttime shooting, I easily have 500 rounds through this gun, shooting it at low light, no light, night vision type conditions. So I was lucky enough to go to the Night Vision Summit down in South Carolina, did a whole bunch of night vision shooting with this gun. I also took a class from Kinetic Consulting, John DeFrane. It was a low light class, so the whole class was using white lights, and I shot this thing a ton. Besides that, my local range, we do some low light, no light shooting. I shot it there as well. So easily, on top of the 1,000 rounds shooting during the day, I easily have 500 rounds shooting this guy at night, and there is nothing to complain about. No issues, no problems, no malfunctions, no failures. It has been solid as I would expect from a SureFire product. Pros. These are made in the States, and I want to call that out first because most of the pistol lights, this is the only pistol light that I know of that is made in the States. A lot of the other ones are not, and I'll leave that one there. I personally prefer the higher candela numbers. If you don't, again, you can still get the Ultra, no big deal. I love the SureFire controls. They are my favorite full-size pistol light controls on the market as of right now. The attachment method is very, very good, and I love that they didn't change the size and the dimension of this light. That is huge. Like most people out there, I have a bunch of different holsters that fit the X300, and I didn't have to buy new holsters. Thank you very, very much, SureFire. As far as cons, I know some people are going to point out the price. These things are north of $300. They are not cheap, I get it. But once again, they are high quality, they're bright, they're durable, and they are made in the States. If you're looking for a less expensive option, I recommend the Streamlight TLR1HL. That one's just 150-ish in that area, and that is going to be a good budget-friendly option. Those are the only 2 pistol lights I personally recommend, but whatever works for you, I do not judge. Overall, the X300 is a great gun. It's been on my home defense pistol for a while, and it will remain on there. What I'm going to do is put this Ultra on my home defense gun. I'm going to put this Turbo on this SureFire. This SureFire, it's anytime I go to the range, take a training class, take a low light class, this is the gun that I shoot. So I want the Ultra for the in the house, the Turbo for the one outdoors, and then if I ever need a home defense outdoors, I have my long gun for that, and that's how I set things up. But they're great lights. Now, I did not get this from SureFire. For you folks who are worried, I know I'm giving it a lot of positivity. This light came from my homies at Primary Arms. Really, really good dudes. I don't think SureFire knows or cares to know who I am. Maybe one day that will change, but Primary Arms knows who I am, and they hooked me up with this light, so thank you to them. I will put some affiliate links down in the video description. If you want to pick one of these up or the Ultra up, I'll put the links down there. Hopefully, I can find you a good deal. Again, they're not cheap lights, but I do think they're worth it, and probably the only full-size pistol light that I would trust my life to. This or the TLR1HL. Alright, besides the affiliate links, we have some swag. We have some t-shirts, we have some patches. If you want to support the channel, the link to to both of them are down in the video description. I am on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to know what I am reviewing right now in real time, the links to those are also down in the video description. More important, thank you guys for watching. It is truly appreciated. If you think I deserve it, like and comment. Free, helps out the algorithms, and I appreciate it. If you really think I'm awesome, subscribe to the channel and enable the bell notification. Once again, it's free, and it definitely helps me out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!